headlines. Manipur joins nationwide Band, protests against implementation of 4 labor codes. Calls made for government to scale up economic boosting schemes. Hello and welcome to Istv English News. I'm Surbala Kangavam. Let's see the news in detail. Bharat Band opposing the implementation of 4 labor codes is being observed today. The strike has been called by a joint forum of 10 central trade unions and their affiliates to protest what they described as the government's anti-worker, anti-farmer and pro-corporate policies. The unions allege that key decisions are being made without consulting the labor force and that the government has failed to hold the annual Indian Labour Conference for the past decade. The forum opposes the implementation of 4 new labor codes, which they say are aimed at weakening workers' rights, suppressing trade unions, increasing working hours, removing protections for collective bargaining, and decriminalizing employer violations of labor laws. Union leaders argue these measures undermine India's welfare framework and favor large corporations, both Indian and foreign, at the cost of the working class and public sector integrity. Demands include addressing unemployment, filling sanctioned government posts, increasing MG and REGA employment days and pay, and introducing similar legislation for urban workers. The unions also criticize recruitment policies that favor retired personnel over new job seekers, especially in sectors like railways, steel and education, despite India's large youth population. In Manipur, the strike is being observed with many sectors, including the banking sector, left affected. All Manipur Bank Employees Association along with bank employees stayed to sit in protest at the office of Imphal Urban Cooperative Bank Limited at MG Avenue. General Secretary of All Manipur Bank Employees Association, Soibam Indra Kumar, highlighted that, denouncing the passing of the 4 labor codes at Parliament, the association also endorsed a nationwide strike.
Labor code mari khakuna tupsalani have major demand sigi mayokani kuna adishida kuna the very major demand dia hadiba scrap to ni akogi major jigi labor code mari adishida scrap to major demand sini hari sigi major oriba code se labor code sigi same effect with the lakador with banking sector the labor effects in unemployment sector the agricultural sector the financial sector the including the banking sector insurance sector so the how will effects in the masigi mayukla for the ton demand for the and the general structure for the
The Manipur conflict, which has been prevailing for over 2 years, has left a devastating impact on the state's economy. Businesses and entrepreneurs are struggling to keep their business afloat amid the conflict situation. The state government has been urged to scale up economic boosting schemes as part of measures to revive the state's economic status. A team of Istv News visited a duck breeding farm which specializing on reviving khaki Campbell species under the state veterinary department.
I know Huzik Lejariba Mafamsi Lampel Patalaiba State Veterinary Department ki duck farm dudani Matamamada Mafamsida Nganu Masa Putuoga Manipur gi Lomi Singda integrated farming gi Mokoida double income Wenana Bagidamaka Mokoida Santok Hena Lane and Banganu Masa Sing Atabama the pyramid. According to Uribusina incubator machines in Duni, listening to Taramapangi, Mamangdagi, Ising Chow Hanjan and Tokibana Maramoraga, Mapams in Namdagi Baduga, Ising Short Kibana, machines to Sembi the Bana Maramoraga, Matamdudagi, Hananganu Masa, Peter Galerambadu Hosiki, Lomi Singda, one Arbamatam Sida, Hongo Maldanganu Masasing to Pangan Bangamdri. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯂꯤꯡ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯖꯅꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯝ ꯀꯣꯛꯄ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯆꯥꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯖꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯆꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯣꯛꯈꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯊꯪ ꯔꯣꯇꯦꯁꯟ ꯅꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯎꯖꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯥ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯑꯣꯜꯍꯟꯗꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯐꯪꯍꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯇꯥꯕ ꯃꯃꯜꯗ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯐꯪꯍꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯃꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯗꯛ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯄꯨꯈ꯭ꯔꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯎꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯃꯗꯗꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯔꯣꯏꯐꯝ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯅꯥꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯃꯎ ꯐꯅꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯐꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯗꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯅꯥꯄꯤ ꯁꯤꯡꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯟꯈꯤꯕꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕ ꯉꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯃꯗꯤ ꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯐꯔꯇꯤꯂꯥꯏꯖ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ ꯏꯟꯀꯨꯕꯦꯇꯔ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ ꯀꯣꯜꯍꯜꯂꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯗꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯨꯠꯇꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯐꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯤꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯈꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯦꯝꯄꯦꯟꯁꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯗ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯔꯒ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯧꯅꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯗꯇꯨꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯤꯃꯛ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯃꯛꯇꯗꯁꯨ ꯃꯨꯠꯇꯅꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯐꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯛꯄ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯑꯣꯟꯅꯕ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯑꯈꯪꯕ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯕꯁꯤꯗꯥꯏꯖ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯔꯦꯠꯇ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯔꯨꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 10 ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯅꯅꯕ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯤ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯗꯕꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯀꯨꯕꯦꯇꯔ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟ ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯑꯣꯜꯍꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯕꯁꯤꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯨꯈ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯉꯥꯅꯨꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯥꯡꯈꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯗꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯐꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯃꯄꯨꯡ ꯐꯥꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯐꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯦꯟꯅꯖꯕꯗ ꯊꯣꯏꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯔꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯀꯨꯕꯦꯇꯔ ꯃꯦꯆꯤꯟꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯃꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯄꯤꯔꯝꯕꯒꯨꯝꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝ ꯋꯥꯅꯔꯕ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯅꯔꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯊꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯐꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯃꯃꯜꯗ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯉꯥꯅꯨ ꯃꯆꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯇꯥꯕ ꯃꯃꯜꯗ ꯐꯪꯍꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯊꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯐꯒꯠꯍꯟꯕꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯃꯤꯠꯂꯣꯟꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝꯗꯨ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯉꯝꯖꯩ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ ꯖꯔꯅꯦꯂꯤꯁꯠ ꯖꯤꯕꯟ ꯀꯣꯟꯁꯝ ꯏꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯄꯥꯎꯗꯝꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯣꯡꯖꯝ ꯒꯨꯅꯆꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ISTV ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯁ ꯂꯝꯐꯦꯜꯄꯥꯠ ꯗꯛ ꯐꯥꯔꯝ
Shangthem Kumarjit, who had recently won 3 medals, including a silver medal in the Masters bodybuilding event at the World Police and Fire Games 2025, held in Birmingham, Alabama, USA, was accorded a warm welcome at Imphal International Airport upon his arrival. Shangthem Kumarjit is currently serving as Jamandar at Manipur Police Sports Club. A team of Apunba Fitness Center, Fitness and Consultancy, Nagamapal, led by its MD, Yumnam Helmlet, was seen at the airport, according a warm welcome to Shangthem Kumarjit. A simple felicitation program was also held at Apunba Fitness Center, Fitness and Consultancy, located at Rims Road. Speaking on the occasion, Shangthem Kumarjit expressed happiness over his grand achievement at the international competition. He also shared his goal of bagging more top medals at the upcoming international events.
I was minor muk Panamana Opidana airport Kaida encouragement to be say Liba August ki tang trying pandagina tang kun bak pangtokadoriba Mr. Asia the soy master category the selection fangalay Germany in a wall Mr. Wall animaki ado pangtokadoriba Bangkok the pangtokador soy Sorbia Zagadori Sidasu act to be me by Mam Nang the PB I Chahi master category the Matamam Sangna Sanazar Padu title higher achievement in lower Amzak the Vajitare struggle in Tokjapado and the higher achievement Logsavanido Masigi Mam Tobiriba encouragement PB Mam Nayon the warm welcome to Vidana Swine Tagot Pivsna I Matang Lakadoriba Shiagi competition Swine Mayamgi Tazabai medal Lopungam Navai Hona Zanimagi Adumai Notama PB Mazikamatavan and Tagachari.
MD of Apunba Fitness Center, Fitness and Consultancy, Yumnam Hemlet said The GM is proud of the grand achievement of its esteemed member Lekshangtham Kumarjit and further wished his best for future events.
World Police Meet mana second track se koi upon finish center tagi ai mati hanya itanai hara phojai numai phojai to mana mathangi lakatro mai commission su stage mai papa production haidana koi upon team gi site gi aina haijari.
Blessing seeking ceremony for Lyra Film Productions' first film, Game Over, was held today at the Imphal Public Library Hall located at Uripok, Sorbonne, Tingel. Filmmaker Laimayom Surjakanta Sharma, filmmaker Ojit Babu Ningthaujam, President Unal Potsangbam Jayashri, and renowned senior artist Takhilambam Loken graced the ceremony as the main guest. Speaking on the occasion, filmmaker Laimayom Surjakanta Sharma shared that Game Over, a film by Lyra Film Production, is based on a unique story. He urged the artist, crew members and others to make joint efforts for the film to succeed. Speaking to media persons, lyricist, screenplay and director of the film, Dalom Gurumayum, highlighted the message of the film that is going to portray and further inform that the film shooting will also be held in Bangkok, Thailand. The film is based on a story where the protagonist will try to end crimes committed by a gang. The film will feature talented artists, he said. Main characters of the film will be portrayed by Silhaiba, Itoy, Sadananda, Sana, Loken and Idhau.
Film sige message da miyam gi mangnaba thabak tawbasima fatte ma hojiki world se yam fatre ko mioi bana mioi babu yam sathina namthe chare angam banangam da basing loi hatana kotana lore even human gi body gi kayat fobo yole body kaya yon ba kangbu sing side kaya phaiba moi gu fattaba gi amasung moi shakti se kyam lege moi na kana samnaraga sigum track se tawbo gi haibedo film se utkani aduga film se kamai tawdana mokoi na sigumba mayam side sida chaitheng piri se laksal lakadagi kamaina moi se game over in moi gi life se moi gi game gang se pulap loisan laga game over in law ki gedege have se film se action utkani.
Wakhalon Manaba Apunba Wama Kangleipak, in collaboration with the All Manipur Recognized Private School Welfare Association, organized a protest to place the photo of respected Luchingpuril Tingsubam Akaba at 4 locations in Imphal and Bishnupur districts. This initiative aims to eventually place his photo in every school across all the districts. The protest saw cooperation from several schools, including St. John English School, Nambol, Special Regular English School Nambol, Azad East English School Maitram, and Imprint Science Academy Changangay. President Wama Moirangthem Naukhomba Mitay and other board members actively participated in the event, underscoring their commitment to the cause. 9 people were killed and several vehicles fell into the Mahisagar River after a section of the Gambhira Mujpur Bridge in Padra Taluka of Gujarat's Vadodara collapsed on Wednesday. The bridge, which connects the Anant and Vadodara districts, gave way during peak morning traffic hours, resulting in fatalities and injuries to 3 others. According to initial reports, 4 vehicles, including 2 trucks, a Bolero SUV, and a pickup van, were crossing the bridge when it suddenly crumbled. Eyewitnesses said a loud cracking noise was heard moments before the vehicles dropped into the river. Fire brigade teams, local police and members of the Vadodara district administration rushed to the spot and launched immediate rescue operations. Locals also joined in helping to extract the injured from the wreckage. So far, 3 people have been rescued and taken to nearby hospitals for treatment. Authorities have cordoned off the area to prevent further accidents and initiated a probe into the cause of the collapse. Locals allege that the bridge, a key artery linking central Gujarat to Saurashtra and vital for commuters between Anant, Vadodara, Bharuch and Ankleshwar, had long been neglected by the administration. The Enforcement Directorate is conducting searches at 11 locations in Amritsar, Sangrung, Patiala, Moga, Ambala, Kurukshetra and Karnal in connection with the donkey route case related to the illegal immigrants deported from the USA in February this year. The investigation in the case was initiated on the basis of 17 FIRs registered by police authorities in Punjab and Haryana against the travel and visa agents and middlemen who cheated various persons willing to go to the USA. During investigations, it was revealed that the agents used to target the innocent persons who were willing to go abroad. The agents used to dupe innocent persons as they were sent through illegal routes by crossing the borders of many countries illegally through dangerous routes under the influence of donkers and mafias. At least 109 people were dead and over 160 are still missing after devastating flash floods affected Texas in the U.S., with rescue operations still going on along the Guadalupe River. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said that at least 161 people are known to be missing after the deadly flooding, noting that the searches will persist throughout the Guadalupe River system in the hope of locating anyone else. He also asked the public to contact local officials and with information about friends or relatives believed to be missing. U.S. President Donald Trump met Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the second time in as many days to discuss the ongoing war in Gaza. The meeting comes after Trump's Middle East envoy Stephen Witkoff said Israel and Hamas could be close to agreeing on a 60-day ceasefire deal. The closed-door meeting was held at the White House, followed by dinner between the leaders. Netanyahu also met House Speaker Republican House of Representative Mike Johnson. This marks his third state visit to the U.S. since Trump's second term began. After that meeting, the Israeli Prime Minister said that he did not believe Israel's military campaign in Gaza was done, but that negotiators are certainly working on a ceasefire. Witkoff later said that Israel and Hamas were closing the gap on issues that previously prevented them from reaching a deal, and that he hoped a temporary 60-day ceasefire would be agreed on this week. He added that a draft deal would also include the release of 10 hostages who are alive and the bodies of 9 who are deceased. Trump and Netanyahu were asked about Israeli and U.S. proposals suggested earlier this year to permanently relocate Palestinians from Gaza. Trump said he had cooperation from countries neighboring Israel, while Netanyahu said he was working with the U.S. on finding countries that will give Palestinians a better future. And before we wind up the top stories once again, Manipur joins nationwide Band protests against implementation of 4 labor codes. Calls made for government to scale up economic boosting schemes. Well, thank you so much for joining with us.